What we're looking at here today is a 52-inch polished brass all-around ceiling fan. This is a model FD525. Not really too sure if this thing was, what the model name of this thing would have been if it even was given one. Pretty interesting fan here. It's 3-speed, electrically reversible, lighted housing, plastic insert blades, and not to mention the floral motif patterns all over it. Definitely a very odd fan indeed. The OEM I would guess either is CEI or air-cooled, but don't quote me on that. Alaron seemed to be a pretty obscure fan brand of the 80s. I've only seen just a handful of models that had the Alaron brand, so they seem to be pretty short-lived. I'm sure you're probably wondering exactly why on earth do I have such a fan like this? And that answer is pretty simple, as it holds a lot of sentimental value to me. We'll get on to that more later. But we'll go ahead and start it up. Start off with the uplight. The uplight uses 4 nightlight bulbs, candelabra base, in the motor housing there. As you can see, the bottom vents there are accessible. You can take off those individual sections and access the light bulbs to change them out, which is pretty cool. The light kit on the fan is a Sears light, and it was put on the fan when it was new. It wasn't a thing that I installed or anything like that. Without further ado, we'll give this thing a demonstration. Start up here on low. I had to actually change out the capacitor on this fan as it was failing. The fan was ridiculously slow. Like high was about medium speed. This is what the new capacitor, even though it's a half a microfarad under what the original one was, which was a 5 microfarad. This one in the fan now is a 4.5 microfarad. But the only thing it does is causes the low and medium speeds to have a bit more of a hum to them, which in longevity it might be a little bit more stressful on the motor, which I probably might upgrade to another 5 microfarad as far as I can find one or whatever. But for now it works. There's not really much of a difference between the two values and the fan's performance. Take it up to medium. Yeah, medium, the hum is a lot more pronounced. Those fluorescent tubes that are hanging in the ceiling there are probably not helping that much either. But yeah, with the old capacitor, the original capacitor, this was about high speed, a little bit faster than what this is here. About 160, 165 RPM. Then we'll take it to high. As you can see, the motor got a lot quieter. And on the high speed here, we're doing around 180 RPM, which is about normal for a fan like this. Blade pitch is around 11, 12 degrees, so it moves an okay amount of air. It's not the best, but it does its job. Bit of wobble to it. Blades, I believe, are a little bit warped. Otherwise, not too bad. Okay, power it off. Yeah, like I said, this fan here holds a lot of sentimental value to me. This was installed in my grandmother's house in the dining room. I believe what I was told from one of my aunts that this was a gift for her in the 80s, and I think this was bought from the Fingerhut Catalogue, along with the light kit that you see. It was put up in the dining room and pretty much was there all the way until the mid-2000s, a couple years after my grandmother passed away. My aunt, who lived in the house at the time as well, or for, and still does. She decided to replace the fans with modern hunters. So that's how I got a hold of this thing. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video on this Alaron 52-inch ceiling fan model FDE 525. So we'll be seeing you next time.